$20,000 for a cultural center in Ecuador to host drag queen shows. In the name of diversity and inclusion, of course. But don't worry, the American dollar goes a long way in Ecuador. Those 20 G's are going to cover the cost of 3 workshops, 12 performances, and a 2-minute documentary. No one's going to want to leave Ecuador now. Hey, Emilio, I know you can't find work and the cartel's threatening your family, but if we leave now, we'll never see Chesty Diamond impersonate Cher. This is a brilliant use of America's soft power, and the Biden administration should be applauded. This is the kind of outside-the-box thinking we need. Meanwhile, people here at home are weirded out and angry over this scene from Plano, Texas, where nearly a dozen drag queens twerked and giggled in front of a toddler eating brunch.
Just exploded. I want children. They're delicious. They are delicious.
Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton's asking prosecutors to file charges. Most sane adults would agree young children shouldn't have such blatant sexuality shoved in their faces, but this is happening everywhere. Watch this pride parade in Columbia, South Carolina, where a drag queen teaches a toddler how to perform for tips. And the kids aren't just watching these performances, they're taking part in them. On Monday, a bar in Eugene, Oregon, advertised that this 11-year-old will be doing a drag show this week. Now, we don't care if grown-ups dress in drag. Gutfeld does it all the time. But we're not into the kids' stuff. But what does the drag community have to say about this? Kitty Demure is a drag performer, and she joins me now. So, Kitty, you don't perform in front of children, do you?
No, nor would I. And thanks for having me, Jesse. No, if I was performing for an audience and I saw a child, I would walk out.
So why do these drag queens keep foisting these performances on children?
Well, a lot of the performers, I can only speak for the performers, a lot of them are just like low-level wage workers. If you notice, some of them aren't the most beautiful, the most talented. They're typically from a local club or dive bar, and they're just doing it for the tips and the money that they're getting.
So they're doing it for the money, so I guess it's the parents who are booking these drag queens to perform in front of their young children.
Well, right, the drag queen is just, giving them what they want. I mean, the market is there. I've gone against heterosexual parents saying, this is all your fault. I mean, you can't complain. And, when it's your own kind that are actually creating these events and, letting them go on.
So you're saying heterosexual parents you've spoken to and challenged them, what do they say when you say, why the heck are you booking drag queens for your young kids?
They think they're being inclusive. They think that they're teaching them some kind of valuable lesson. And I've asked them, what is the lesson to be learned to see a man dressed up, wearing a wig, and being sexual in front of your child? We used to arrest men like that.
So you're right. Like, you wouldn't hire a professional stripper, like a regular-looking stripper, to perform in front of a 6-year-old. Why would they be hiring a man dressed as a woman stripper to perform in front of a 6-year-old?
I don't know. I'll tell you, honestly, I think it has something to do with using drag as a transition or as a gateway to trans kids, to make them think it's fun, pretty, magical, fantastical. And I just think big pharma, corporations, that they're pushing it. And honestly, I just think it's to make more money for big pharma.
So it's profitable. Yeah, we've covered that. Sponsorship out in California, how they're doing sex change operations, and they're involved in some of these local school events. All right, Kitty, thanks for joining us. Next week, we're going to have a drag performer who actually thinks it's okay to perform in front of children. We're fairly
I can't
balanced
wait.
here. Yeah. You're going to be on the edge of your seat. Thank you so much for coming on Prime Time.
Thank you so much.